Hi, folks. Monday, once more. Oh, got to pull my screen down a bit. Here we go. That's better. Um, yeah, it's chilly and raw and not that nice out, but it was a gorgeous weekend. I got to say, I'm going to apologize in advance if I sneeze. My allergies are shit today. I have spent most of the morning sneezing and blowing my nose. So I have been medicated and caffeinated for the safety of my family, and so we'll see if that works. We'll knock on wood. So I wanted to talk today about writer's block because I talk a lot about how you just need to write. You just need to write. And it is absolutely that's true. You do. You need to just write. And you know what I haven't really been doing the last 2 weeks? Writing. That's right. I have not been writing. Sorry, dealing with. There we go. I think we have sound now. There. Um, I had some at-home things that happened that are private and that just really took the mickey out of me, and I did not sit and write. And then this past week, I've been busy trying to catch up on all the things that the week before didn't get happened, and so I haven't written. I haven't written really in 2 weeks. I went so far as to play with a new project. For those of you who care, I am actually making a new cookbook. I know I said I wasn't going to do that, but guess what? I'm doing it. This one's not going to be historical. It's just the recipes that I get asked for most of, and little stories, and uh, just a fun one. So we'll see what happens with it. But that's one of the things that I do to combat writer's block. I will work on a different project or different part of the same project. When I sat down last week on Thursday to actually try and get stuff written, I looked at the page and went, oh God, I have no idea where to go with this. None. And I felt very down on myself because I've really been kind of into writing this story. It's been a very exciting thing. I've been happy about it. And so I was really kind of taken aback, and I didn't say anything to my co-author. Um, I'm doing most of the writing for this project. He's doing the science and math stuff and throwing in occasional helps for me as I'm doing things. But I gotta say, when you're working with a co-author, you should talk to them. And I hadn't. And yesterday we were out for a drive, and he said, "So, where are you at with the story?" And I went, "No, I'm not." And he asked where I was at, and I explained the place I was at and the fact that I didn't feel like I had a way to move forward. It was just there would have been a lot of words. And while it was necessary to acknowledge that certain things had happened, spending all that time writing about it seemed really pointless because it's really not germane to the story. And so I was like, and he said, "Oh, well, why don't you have the characters talking at the dinner and regaling each other with tales of what happened during that blank spot? And that way you can just move straight on." And I was like, whoa, I should have talked to you earlier. And that's the truth. Sometimes, whether it's a co author or a family member or um, a friend or however, if you go and you talk about what it is that you're struggling to write, um, they'll throw things at you. And when you've reached a certain point in writer's block, it's no longer a hindrance. It's terrible when I'm writing something and I'm in the middle of a groove and somebody says, "Oh, you should write about this." No, no, Karen, I'm writing about this other thing right now. Go away. But when I'm stuck, that's different. I need the help. And I should have solicited that help and I didn't. And I feel better for having done it now. Um, for those of you who are interested, I am continuing to walk to Canterbury. I'm more than halfway there in less than half the days, so I guess that's a good thing. Feeling pretty good about that. I have done a total of, I think it was 38 and a half miles or 38 and a quarter miles, something like that, since the 1st of April. And Canterbury is only 62 miles away, so I'm like, almost there, yay! And it's kind of exciting and fun, and there's a bunch of other people doing this, and so we're sharing our stories. And again, this is stuff that, even though it doesn't directly feed into my current sci-fi story or even into my cookbook, it feeds into my soul, and so I get that kind of give and take with human beings that helps me stay creative and doing stuff. So that's where I'm at, and um, I haven't been out to walk today. It's cold. It's raw outside. It's not really all that cold. It's in the 50s, which is warm in comparison to like a month ago. But um, I'm having a hard time motivating myself to go out. So I'm giving myself a choice. If I'm not going to write, I have to go walk. If I write, I can then make a choice not to go walking if I want, but I have to do something productive today. So that's what am I going to do? Just a short one today because I want to get on to working. But if you have writer's block, reach out. Reach out to me, reach out to a friend, reach out to family. Talk about what's blocking you going forward. It's okay. You don't even have to be exact in what it is. I'm lucky enough that the person that I'm working with knows the storyline, obviously, and I can talk about it directly. But even if you kind of have to go in generics and generalities, talking to another person can be really helpful when you are when you're stuck. And so, yeah, go out, go forth and write. Or go read some Chaucer for inspiration. I love you guys, and I will see you next week.